In this video, I'm going to educate you on the small problem with Hamza, who is an influencer and YouTuber in the self-improvement space nowadays. And the problem with people like Hamza and people like Andrew Tate is that they promote this kind of red pill lifestyle, which we at the Green Pill, we kind of dislike that, right? Because this red pill lifestyle promotes like bad health, it promotes bad habits, where as long as you like get rich and stuff, you can just spend the rest of your time partying. And like, as I said, at the Green Pill, we kind of don't like that. We think that partying is overrated. And if you kind of have similar values to this sort of Green Pill, then I recommend subscribing because it's free and like you are surrounded by people with like similar values to you, which is so useful to your mental health and stuff. And these young men that people like Hamza and Andrew Tate kind of influence, they think that, oh yeah, they get a part-time job or they make a gig on Fiverr or something. As long as they do that, then they can spend the rest of their time just sort of partying and stuff, which is obviously not a good habit. It's bad for their health, and in the long run, it's going to have a huge impact on their well-being and their productivity, their fertility, all this kind of like useful big stuff. And these young men who think that they can party because they're validated to by people like Hamza and Andrew Tate, they blindly follow these people. They blindly listen to their advice, which can be useful. I mean, these influencers have helped so many people out of a bad place in life. However, they can say things that are wrong and detrimental to your health. They can say bad things like, yeah, if you go to parties and get girls, like that's good, that's fine. They can say wrong, or not really wrong, but things that are bad for your health. And these young men kind of blindly trust these people because they see them as like really successful and rich figures. And as long as they're being told to do something by someone who is rich and successful, they feel validated to do it, and they blindly follow the big influencers. And I want you to develop your critical thinking skills so that you don't blindly follow these sort of people. But you might think like, oh, Hamza's not that red pill. He's like a nice, wise person with lots of wisdom. And I agree, like nowadays he's stopped doing the kind of dopamine edits and stuff like that. But in the past he's said like how to get girls, like going to parties and stuff like that. It's all kind of feeds into the red pill sort of notion and mantra. And obviously he has a large following of young men. And I went onto his Discord the other day. I joined it because I got some advice to look for a video editor. And there were so many people on there that were shocked that I didn't always listen to like his advice without doing my own kind of research first. Because like, why would I blindly follow an influencer who is just as human as me and is just as culpable to making mistakes as I? Like, that's literally it. I just want you to develop your critical thinking skills, and I don't want you to blindly follow Hamza and Andrew Tate, because while they can help you, they say good points, they can also say things that are kind of factually wrong and bad for your health because they may have come across a dodgy bit of research. They are just as capable of making mistakes as you and I. So don't kind of like feed in and be with the masses as like following these big influencers and just making them rich while all you have is like a gig on Fiverr. Like, do the kind of work yourself and don't follow these people like sheep. So I hope you found value out of the advice to not always take kind of advice blindly and do your own research, because these people are just as human and just as capable of making mistakes as you and I. And if you need any other help on anything kind of self-improvement related, then my coaching calls are in the link in the description. And as I said, I recommend subscribing because it's free and you are with a community of like-minded men who are willing to improve themselves so much more than they already have. So good luck.